What up, Val? What up, Val? How you doing tonight, player? How you doing tonight, player? Yo, what up, fellas? What up, fellas? How's everybody doing this evening, man? Tonight, man. It's your man here, bro. Feeling like $1,000,000, man. Just come back here to chat with y'all tonight, man. This ain't gonna be nothing serious. You know how we do, bro. You know how we do, man. Just gonna come back and rap with you guys, man, about some important topics, man, that I think you guys should be aware of, man. I hope you guys are all out there still on your journey, retaining your seed, bro, because I promise you one thing, guys, it only gets better from here, man. Okay, don't let nobody else tell you nothing different, bro. It only gets better from here, man. The more you retain, the more that you increase your vibrations, you increase your frequency, bro, the better that life gets all around you. And I cannot cap about this. Welcome to the Lion's Den, fellas.
I looked inside and realized everything in life is intertwined with divine orchestration. Many revelations I've seen have led to persuasions of consciousness elevation, and it's all cause of meditation. See, we slaves in the system, though simultaneously we gods in training that keep maintaining or constraining ourselves to attain new inspiration. Check it. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Your DNA contains within it ancient wisdom that can flow through every facet of your mind, of course, your divine, of course, and all your ancestors' experiences are embedded within the fabric of your essence, and it's a blessing, but yet you stressing because you look for solutions externally. You fail to realize all the answers to your questions lie internally. You need to meditate to activate your DNA and watch how you acclimate your demon ways to the truth, young God. Now on the count of 3, we about to elevate your DNA to a whole nother level. 1, 2, 1, 2.
What up, Kyle?
3. Humans, gather around and hear the sound. Let's go. My DNA activated, yo. Now my ego is mutilated, yeah. Got my spiritual elevated, while my physical meditated, yeah. My DNA activated, electromagnetic light, double helix to 12 strands. I've tripled my sight. I see fire inside my soul. I spit fire through every letter. Desires to get higher done turn me to something better. Like the shredder, I be shining on these ninja turtles, but I'm Master Splinter. Where the fuck my ninja turtles? Check my team, we the bomb. We glowing like we neon. Dope music, what we be on. We infinite and beyond. Metatron's cube, hater, don't be transforming. See, we came to spread the love and it's going forward. Now get ready, humanity, we gon' heal the insanity. Blending fire with your soul as travels through your anatomy. You can't body me, my my mind crystalline, homie. We are one, we all connected, but I'm one and only being. Every bobbing and weaving is light I'm perceiving. They got me achieving my purpose with reason. I'm feeling this beast. I'll be killing this cause my DNA activated, yo. Now my ego is mutilated, yeah. Got my spiritual elevated, while my physical meditated, yeah. My DNA activated, yo. Now my ego is mutilated, yeah. Got my spiritual elevated, while my physical meditated, yeah. Okay, I'm ripping this verse. Better be careful, I set an example. I'm cosmic and I came from the universe. Hot like a candle, I came to dismantle the lies and give you the truth till it hurts. You cannot fuck with me, but you should fuck with me. Together we can no handle this fuckery, whoa. We can no handle this fuckery, whoa. We powerful, time that you know, Don't get attached to the physical mind, time to let go. We writing hieroglyphics, you don't understand this. Lane you to a city, gotta out the line and turn into a mystic. Homie, I'm ballistic and you gotta get with the wave. I refuse to be a slave. I create tsunamis and no one above me. I be spitting water for days. Poseidon, you haters, I'm blocking invaders through astral realities. All emulators will die, you rise like a phoenix. With fire and light and the aura so bright, we surpassing Anunnaki beings. I slice through genetics, creating prophetically. Transcending hell while I'm breaking the spell as I do it so well. I'm breathing energetically. Whoa, let me breathe. I be Fibonacci creating a so damn amazing to feel the sensations of unification. My humans relating, it's cause my DNA activated.
Yo, what up, fellas? What up, fellas? How's everybody doing tonight, man? It's your main man in the building, bro. The #1 retainer, bro. The Shave Lion King, bro. And I'm back here to just rap with you guys tonight, man. You know how we do when we link up, bro, man. We're here talking about the real, bro. We're here talking about all these crazy changes, bro, that have been happening in our society, man, and why it's so important for us, bro, to be on this journey of retention, bro. It is so important for us, bro, to be raising our vibrations, bro, increasing our frequency in this time, man. We are in these times. We are in the age of the sun. We are in what people like to call those end times, bro. And it's imperative for us to be in line with this energy and this frequency when it comes for this great reset. And this is why we're doing what we are doing. This is why we are retaining our seed. This is why we have changed our diet. This is what we have changed, what we see with our eyes, what we hear with our ears, and what we taste with our mouth. We are on the most disciplined path that we can to get this frequency correct, bro. Okay. This is what we're doing, man. We're all out here, bro, trying to get our lives together, man, the best that we can, bro, to be up here and be right for our creator. Okay. This is what we're doing. Everybody knows this instinctively, bro. Okay. And I'm just one of these people, man, who have been walking this journey and trying to show you guys what it really is about. So I'm glad you guys stopped in here today, man. Like I said, man, we're just going to be talking about the same type of things that we're going to be talking about, man. Everything has to do with vibration. Everything has to do with frequency. I want you guys to understand something, man. Okay. I started out just like you. Okay. I started out just like you, a doubter. Okay. Somebody who disbelieved all the abilities and all these great things that you get with retaining your seed. It started out with me too, man. I just could not fathom, bro, me not releasing my seed for pleasure, man. Okay. Now that I look back in my life and I see it on how far I done come, bro, it just amazes me on how intense, bro, my frequency has gradually raised. Okay. I'm out here doing things, bro. When I look back at my old self, I'm like, who the heck is that, man? And this is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand, bro. This is going to do the same thing in your life. And I know we got plenty of retainers out there who are already walking this walk and know exactly what it is that I'm saying. You guys got to understand, man, there's all sorts of new people that come in and watch this content. Okay. And we got to tell people, okay, over and over and over again, okay, for the new people, for the people in the back, all right, to get them to understand that this is what they're going to get, bro, when they're retaining their seed. Okay. Like I said, man, I was one of these people out there. I could remember back, bro, on how I used to be, man. I was one of these guys that only cared about getting my neasel. I was a guy who only cared about feeding my belly. I was a guy who only cared about being, high off the Mary J, bro. Okay. I was that guy, bro, back then, man. Okay. And I can look at myself and I can see myself pre-retention, bro, and see how flawed of a human being I was. And this is what I'm trying to come here and tell y'all tonight, man. You can look at me, man, and you can see a complete 180 of that character. Okay. I am online. I am doing the right thing. I am on time. And it's all because I chose to put in this work and raise my vibration and increase my frequency in a time where we are going to need it the most. So I want you guys to understand it's a process, okay? But it all starts with retaining your seed. And you guys just got to stay focused. You guys just got to stay smart, man. You guys got to have some want in your life. And I'm telling you, bro, from the bottom of my heart and directly from the creator, bro, that this is what he wants you to do during this time. And it's a reason why we're always in here listening to this semen retention content, bro, because we know it strikes a nerve and it resonates. All right. This is what we got to do, bro. So I'm going to try to tell you guys the best that I can, man. Okay. What you need to do in order to keep your frequency high, what you got to watch out for, bro, in order to be able to make it, bro, so you can reach this vibrational level. And this is all going to tie in to my other topic, bro, the laws of the sun. So understand this, you guys, understand this. We living in a time, man. Okay. We are literally living in a time, bro, where the veil has gotten thin. Okay. The veil used to be thick. There used to be protection around us, man. All of us used to have a bright aura. Okay. All before we fell, all before we were all compromised, bro. Okay. When we were turned out at a young age, when we saw things that we wasn't supposed to see, we saw people living a lifestyle, okay, that we wasn't supposed to see, bro. And when we end up copying these people, we end up going out here, bro, and finding out about ourselves. And this is what caused our fall as humanity. This is what has destroyed us. And this is what's kept us down in this low vibrational frequency, and why it's so important to be retaining your seed, because this is going to correct you. Okay. Let me get you guys to understand something, man. Okay. When you are not retaining your seed, bro, you have a lot of addictions. Okay. You have a lot of different things that come from the outside world, all right, that persuade you to do things that might not be right for you. Okay. And we know this. All right. And I was no different during my time. I had to find the discipline, bro. I had to find the motivation, man, to be able to stop these addictions in their track. I started to see my life, bro, all right, falling completely apart. Character, no confidence, bro. Okay. All of these different things that happened to me, bro, pre-retention. And let me tell you guys something now, man. I look back on those times, bro, and I am so proud of what I have done. I am so proud of the accomplishments that I have got, bro, all from retaining my seed. This YouTube channel, okay, helping other people, volunteering at the high schools, giving people back, bro, okay. All of these different things, bro, came on when I started doing retention. I really started to look in the mirror, man. I went into the mirror one day, bro, and I did something that I ain't never done before that I want you guys to do as well. I looked myself in the mirror, bro, and I told myself that I love myself. Okay. I forgave myself for all the things that I had did. Okay. And I had a talk with myself, and I promised myself that I would never, ever, ever do anything, bro, that would hurt me ever again. Everything that I was going to do from this point out was going to be positive. Everything that I was going to do from this point out, bro, was going to be from a love standpoint. And this is what I have done. It has given me new life. It has breathed new life into my lungs, man. My whole reality has changed, from the way that I look, from the things that I take into my body, to the things that I see, to the things that I hear with these ears. Okay. I have completely changed my life. And this is all due to retention. This is all due to creating a huge aura all around me. And now everywhere I go, people can see it. People can feel it, bro. People can sense me, bro. Okay. And this is something I want to get you guys to understand, man. This is going to increase your vibration. Okay. And not only that, you're going to have some side effects that come with it, but these are all positive side effects. Okay. You see, when you muster up all of this energy, bro, all right, and you have all this power, bro, okay, it's so much easier for you to say no. It's so much easier for you to see things and cut them off before they even get to your energy. It's so much easier for you to stop these addictions. Okay. And this is what I want you guys to understand, bro. Okay. This is going to have so many positive side effects. Okay. You're going to be able to correct other things in your life, bro. You're going to learn how to put down the drugs if you have a problem. You're going to start moderating all the different pleasures that you're putting in your mouth from all the sweet food that you know is bad for you. Okay. All of that sugar that you know is destroying your insides, bro. Okay. All that stuff that you're taking in your body, all that processed food, all that fast food, all of that garbage stops, bro. All right. When you start taking your retention journey seriously, bro. And this is the first step to know that you have increased, okay, your frequency, you have increased your vibrations. And from this point out, the longer you go, you start to see this happen in different areas of your life. Okay. And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. This is what I have done, guys. This is the most amazing thing that has ever happened to me, man. Okay. My life is so great. My mind is so great. I am so healthy mentally. Okay. Because I went on that dark night of the soul. I went on that journey, bro. And I got to the end. I got to the top of that mountain, bro. And now I see all the things that I went through, bro. And now I'm able to come here and share them with y'all, show y'all, man, what to expect in this game called life, man. I want you to understand, man, this is something that we have to do right now. Y'all just have to trust me, man. The Most High has put me here in front of y'all to give y'all the truth, bro. Whether you want to hear it or not, you must understand there is so many different things that are going on in this world, bro. It is literally what the Most High call it. It is a spiritual war. And we have so many of you guys out here thinking that you have to do all these different things to armor up your body, bro, when you don't understand that this is a spiritual war, bro. Nothing that you're doing physically, bro, is going to matter. This is why I've been telling you guys, I'm not clowning and I'm not talking crap. I want you guys to get on my frequency so you can see and hear what it is that I'm being downloaded with. This is a spiritual war. Weightlifting, taking steroids, overeating, worrying about what somebody thinks about you. None of these things are going to matter. None of these things are going to protect you. Okay. We are in those times. You need protection. And the protection that you need to do is you need to be keeping yourself out as much karma as possible. Okay. And for the simple fact that we were brought up in this world, okay, taught to eat dead animals, bro. Okay. Most of us not even understanding that we have to pray over our food. And how many people that you know in the modern day that actually pray over their food? How many people in the modern day that actually give a damn, okay, where their food comes from? And this is how you know that we are in these times. People are just simply, okay, not paying attention to what is going on with their health. All right. And this is why we are all in the predicament that we were in, and why it's so imperative to be retaining your seed during this time. Okay. So I want you guys to understand, man. All right. This is why we are doing SR. Okay. This is why we are going on this walk of discipline, because what is about to come is a transformation here on this earth. Okay. What we want to call the new earth. Okay. This is what is about to happen. All right. We are in the times of the age of the sun. Okay. And what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to play a couple clips for you guys to get your minds, okay, in focus, to be able to see what it is that I'm trying to tell you. Okay. What they've been trying to tell us. It's all over the media. Okay. They have showed us in so many movies. Okay. They have told us, all right, like they have predicted the future. Okay. What was going to be happening in our lifetimes. And in our lifetimes, I told you guys, we are going to witness the most greatest thing that anybody has ever seen in any lifetime. Okay. This is a once in a lifetime, and you are here. Okay. You are alive. You are breathing. You have a chance to get your life right. You have a chance to get yourself in order. You have a chance, all right, to get your house in order before you meet your creator. Okay. And this is what we're here to do. We are here to earn our crowns. We are here to graduate. Okay. So everything that I'm showing you guys, I want you guys to take in and pay very close attention to what it is I'm about to show you. So give me 1 second here, guys.
Boats. These were the ancestors of the Vietnamese, Japanese, and Chinese peoples.
But some others sailed eastward.
So you guys hear what they're talking about here in this scene, and this is what I want to get to. This is the point I want to make to you guys. Okay, I told you guys we are in those times. We are in the age of the sun. Okay, and what we're about to be partaking in as humanity as is a great reset. Okay, and I want you guys to understand something. What is about to happen? I'm not going to get into all the scientific stuff. I'm just going to tell you straight out what we're getting, what we've got ourselves into, okay, and what we have to get ourselves out of, okay. And what is going to be happening here is, like I said, you see how all people have this negative, low vibration. And I told you guys, when your frequency is low and you have low vibrational energy, it is much easier for lower vibrational entities to attach upon you. Okay. And this is what you're seeing in our modern time. Okay. They showed you the illustration of these people coming up out of She-Hole, these people coming up out of the abyss, these people coming out of HE double hockey stick. Okay. And they're attaching their energies onto people. This is what's happening down here. Okay. And now you know why we are in what we want to call the Great Reset. You see why. Okay. Because there's too much negative entities, okay, that are residing here in this place that used to be peaceful. Okay. And basically, what we have done is we have put out the spiritual SOS. And how have we put out the spiritual SOS? We put out the spiritual SOS by praying, okay, by our tears, Okay, our tears hold crystals. Okay, the Most High reads those. Okay, we've put out the SOS by changing our vibration, by changing what we eat. Okay, by changing what it is that we take in through our ears, through our eyes. Okay, and what we ingest through our bodies. Okay, this is the spiritual SOS when this frequency is combating the negative energy here on this planet. Okay, and what happens is the sun. Okay, and this is where I tell you guys most of the time, I'm not going to get into all the religion and stuff, but like I said, once you done your research, once you've lived long enough, okay, most of you guys aren't even old enough to have all this knowledge yet, and you have plenty of room to grow. Okay, and you're going to start to find different truths the longer you go on your journey. Okay, what you're going to see is you're going to see that they've known about this. Okay, this isn't something that your good book predicted. This has been something that has been written on scrolls. Okay, written on walls. Okay, way before we had any books. Okay, and what happens is every single time that humanity gets to this chaotic point where the frequency is low, there's this thing called the great reset. And what's happening is the sun, the sun, okay, all the religions have taken that sun, okay, and made it the sun in your books. The son of Christ, the son of God is Christ, right? They're not telling you the truth about really what's happening, okay, because that son in that book is not legitimately a real person. Okay, they're telling you it's the son, our son. Okay, our son. You, if you think about the analogy, our son does every single thing that Christ does, even better. Okay, the sun makes sure all of us are living. The sun grows all the food. Okay, the sun does all the healing. Okay, the sun does so much. Without the sun, we wouldn't even be here. Okay, so our SOS, what it does is it activates our sun. Okay, our sun now turns into a time mechanism, okay, which is going to, supernova. Okay, this is basically what's about to happen, and this is why you're seeing things, okay, like the aurora borealis, okay, which is representation of the radiation from the sun. Okay, the Van Allen belt is not as strong as it used to be. Like for some reason, our the protection over our Earth is just not has the protection anymore, and this is the reason why. This is why they call it the pole shift. Okay, this is why they're calling it the Great Shift. Okay, because this happens, okay, at the end of an age every single time. And like I told you guys, what is about to happen is the sun's about to go supernova. This is why we're having so many sunspots. This is why we're having so many solar flares. Okay, this is why we've been having for the last 5-10 years that the news never reports to you about. We've been having major blackouts, okay, major EMPs all around the globe. Okay, but we don't seem to get the news. All right, this is what's been happening, and it's getting progressively worse. So what does this timeline look like? This timeline looks like this. I'm just going to give it to you guys plain and simple. I'm not going to drag this on. I want you to go do your own independent research. I'm just going to give you the skim through the book really quickly to the end of the book so you know what to expect. Okay, so what you're going to start seeing is these sunspots, okay, that are aimed directly at our planet. And every time you can go and do this on your own, you can go on Google, you can go on YouTube, and you can keep an eye on where the sun is and the sunspots are located. And you can tell, you can dang near predict when we're going to have an earthquake, when we're going to have some kind of crazy weather anomaly. Okay, all of these different things, okay, are easily predictable. This is why you having all these people pop up on the internet that have been telling you about all of these earthquakes that are happening, because it's pretty predictable now, okay, about what's going on. Okay, and you must understand that this sun is going to progressively get worse. I'm going to give you guys an analogy. I'm going to give you guys something to think about. I want you guys to think about a light bulb. Okay, think about this. Think about any light bulb that you've had in your house. Okay, and over the duration of the life of the light bulb, how does the light bulb light up when it's first producing all of its light, all the way to it's about to die? What are the different phases that you see? Well, the light bulb starts off really bright, giving out vivid light, strong colors. Okay. You can feel the warmth of it. Okay. This is all what happens when the light bulb is at its full power, when it's basically new. Okay. You start to go further on in the life expectancy of the light bulb, and what begins to happen, the light bulb starts to get dimmer. Okay. The color of the light bulb changes. It goes from being super bright white to like a glowy color to like a orangey color. Okay. The heat feels off. It feels hot in pockets. Okay. It's starting to not hold the glow and the hue that it once had. Okay. And then later, what happens in the next stage? In the next stage, what happens is the light bulb gets very dim. Okay. It starts to flash. Okay. It starts to flash. It starts to pulsate. Okay. And this is what I'm about to tell you guys. This is what is to be expected in our lifetime, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I want you guys to get ready for this. This is why I told you guys this survival of the fittest. This is why we are raising our vibration. I'm trying to help you guys. I'm trying to save y'all lives. Okay, this is really about to happen. Okay, in our lifetimes. It could be tomorrow or it could be in the next 5 years. Who knows when it's going to happen? No man knows the time. I'm just telling you the signs. Okay, and where we're at, and these things are really happening. So like I said, the sun is going through these cycles. Okay, and we're at the point now where the color has drastically changed. Most of you guys can walk outside with your own two eyes and look up at the sky. You can tell that the sun is completely different than it's ever been in its entire life. Okay, like I said, now you have a completely different color. You have different heat. Okay, this is why so many things are being put in the air up there to try to block your view. Okay, they're not only trying to block your view, all right, from, like I told you guys, from all this other stuff that is making its way here, they're also trying to keep the planet cooler. Okay, I want you guys to understand, I told you this is a SOS call for us. And these beings that are here, that are reptilian, okay, in form, all right, cannot stand the heat. Okay, they like it very cold. Okay, this is why you always have a nice day. You see stuff shot up in the sky and it makes the day, the temperature like 20 degrees cooler. This is why we had the longest winters. This is why we're having the coldest winters, because these beings that are here, that have been controlling the higher ups, that have been controlling the elites, okay, forcing them to make us live this life of slavery, to mine gold, all right, to harvest resources for them. Okay, are at the end of their rope, the so-called fallen, if you will. They're at their end of their rope. They only had a season to thrive. It says it in every single one of your books. They only had a season. They only had a little bit of time to do all it is that they can do. And now they're going to be rid off this planet. Okay, and everybody else who was unnatural. Okay, because this sun is about to go supernova. All right, and when it does, there's going to be radiation everywhere. All right, this is what I want you guys to understand, and this is why the Most High has you listening to me. Okay, because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to give it to you plain and simple. All right, and I'm going to give you the option to go out there and do your own homework and do your own research and get yourself in order, man. Okay, so what you need to understand is there's not a whole bunch of ways to escape this. There's not a whole bunch of ways, all right, that people are going to leave this unscathed. Okay, sad to say, my friends and my family members, there's going to be mass casualties. Okay, it says it in your book. It says men's hearts are going to fail. Now let me ask you a question. What do you think the books mean when they say men's hearts are going to fail from the fear? What kind of things do you think that are going to happen that are going to make the hearts of men fail? We're talking about men here. We're talking about the strongest of the strong. They're going to be stronger than a woman when it comes down to something like that. Okay, so what do you think the women's hearts are going to do? They're going to fail too. Okay. And it's because they've got you out of balance. They've got you out of frequency. What you don't understand is every single thing on this planet here is about frequency. Every single thing that we do in this life is about frequency. This is why they try so hard and work so hard to keep our frequencies down. Okay, because this is the only way you're going to be saved. Not no book, okay, not no person coming from out of the sky to save you. Okay, it all depends on your frequency. Okay, we are at the end of the age. We can't continue to live how we once used to live. I told you, this is the new world that is coming. And the only people that are going to survive and make it in this new world are the people who are in frequency. Okay. And it's not me pointing at you and picking at you. It's me telling you that this has to be everybody. Okay. Or your ass is going to be burnt. Okay. The stuff that we eat, the stuff that we put in our bodies, okay, are going to cause men's hearts to fail. All right. This is what is about to happen. Okay. We're talking about extreme solar radiation. Okay. We're talking about, earthquakes. We're talking about tsunamis. We're talking about hurricanes. Okay. When this planet gets hot, okay, we're literally in a fishbowl. When this planet gets hot, okay, there's going to be a ton of natural disasters that take place. Okay. The oceans have already been heated up over 15%. Go look it. They're not going to tell you in the news, people. 15% is outrageous. Okay. On how hot the water has gotten up to. So this is going to create what? This is going to create hurricanes. Okay. This is going to create flooding. Okay. You're going to have the coastal areas get hit pretty hard with floods. Okay. Then when they think it's over, that sunspot, okay, that binary system is going to get closer to our planet. Okay. And now what you're going to have a gravitational pull that's going to start causing earthquakes. Okay. So what you're about to see is a combination, okay, of extreme water, okay, and earthquakes. And you already know what come with earthquakes, okay? Damage, casualties, okay? Land shifts, okay? And ultimately people, being X'd out the game. Okay, because they're not prepared for what is about to happen. And I'm here to tell you guys there's not a whole lot that we can do to be prepared except for make sure that your frequency is in line. Okay. We don't have a gajillion dollars like these elites who've been charging us taxes for all of our lives to pay for their underground bunkers. So they think that they can run underground when all of this happens. Okay. And we all be wiped off the face of the planet, and they get to come up out of their bunkers in the next 100 to 150 years, however long that they expect to be down there. All right. This is what they're doing. Okay. And they have known this for a very long time. Okay. And they are not going to tell you until the last minute. They're not going to tell you until these things are upon us. All right. And this is what I want you guys to understand. I want you guys to understand that we are living in the age of the sun. Okay. And it's because we brought this upon ourselves. All right. We could, I'm not even going to sit here and rule it out and say that we still don't have time to make a drastic change and maybe we could stop all of this. I just don't foresee that we have the ability to do that because of what I just showed you in that last movie clip of how all this negative energy is now residing here on our planet. And a lot of people have these spirits that have jumped on them, these demons. Okay. A lot of people don't even understand that they got demons on them. A lot of people will walk around in the modern day and act like they have done nothing wrong. Okay. And they've been out here being one of the biggest demons on the planet. Okay. This is what I mean. This is what I'm telling you guys. And this is why we have so much chaos. This is why there's so much hurt. All right. And this is why the SOS has been put out. Okay. We've gotten our wish in one way, but there's only one last thing to do, and that's to make sure that your frequency, okay, is in line what is about to happen. Okay. So I'm going to play another quick clip for you guys. I really want you guys to hear what is about to be said. Okay. It's not about color. Listen to me, people. This is why I told you those books got you guys messed up good, bro. Okay. if we were living in a normal timeline, okay, just listen to me closely. If we were living in a normal timeline, all right, and everything was perfect, we didn't have these beings down here, we weren't being controlled, okay, we weren't being held against our will, we weren't being out here being slaves, okay, if we had all that, the timeline would be fine. Okay, the timeline would go back to what it was originally supposed to be, which is the Aboriginal people, yada, 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 all those different things. Okay. At that point, some of that stuff matters, but we are not in those times anymore. Okay. We are now have moved forward to what we call the end times, the age of the sun. Okay. It's not about what you look like. Okay. It's about what you have in here. It's about your frequency. It's about your vibration. And everything that I've told you, if you just apply it, you're going to be one of those people who might be spared. Okay. You might be one of those people who your frequency might just be in perfect alignment and you're not going to be out here having your heart fail. Okay. When all this stuff starts to happen, okay, you're going to be healthy enough to withstand whatever, whatever is happening. Okay. This is what I want you to understand. Okay. It's not about this. It's not about this anymore. Okay. So many people think just because the sun's getting hotter in the age of the sun that we're okay, that we're still going to be able to walk out there. And just because we have this melanin protection, that everything is going to be all right for us. No, you couldn't be further from the truth. Okay. If your body is toxic, if you're full of heavy metals, if your frequency is low, if you're eating dead animals, okay, you're going to be affected by the sun cleansing. You're going to be affected by the great reset. Okay. And this is the facts, people. Okay. This is the facts, man. Okay. I would advise you to take what I'm telling you 100% seriously. Okay. Because I'm not playing games. I'm up here telling you the absolute truth. I'm way ahead of my time. I always have been. Go look at any of my content. My content is years before any of this stuff always happens. Okay. I'm telling you what is about to happen. And you need to get prepared. And the best thing that you can do, if you've been living a life of filth, you've been living a life of trash, you've been living a life of sin, okay, is to give yourself over to the Most High. And the way that you do that is by a small sacrifice. What is this small sacrifice? This small sacrifice is just you giving up everything that this world has done taught you, okay, and getting back to nature, getting back to what you know is natural, okay. You know that you're not going to be out there taking down no 800-pound cows, okay, finding all these different spices and herbs out here in nature, bro. All right, and grilling you up some meat every single night. It just ain't happening, okay. All right, these things are just not happening. It's not natural, okay. And you're out of balance, you're out of frequency, okay, because you're consuming death. All right, we're in a time where we're headed to a new world, okay. You want new things. You don't want to be a slave anymore, right? You don't want people treating you bad anymore, right? You don't want all this, and you're going to have to come up out of that energy, okay. And if I'm telling you that consuming all of that stuff is the cause of all of that frequency, okay, then you better believe me when I'm telling you, because it's the truth. All right. And this is what we're coming out of. This is where we're going into the new age. Okay. We're going to get back to nature. Okay. We're going to be consuming sunlight. Okay. Because we're going to have a new sun up there. That old sun is about the supernova. Okay. And we're going to have a new sun up there. Okay. That new sun it's going to always be light. Okay. It's always going to be day outside. You know how it is in Alaska, where Alaska has those seasons and it's just always sunny. In the new age, which is coming in your lifetime here very, very soon, could be tomorrow. Okay. You're going to have a sun that's going to be bright all day long. There will never be able to be no lower negative entities be able to survive here on this planet. Okay. And this is the graduation that I'm telling you guys that you must get. This is what they're hiding from you. This is why they got you doing all these other things out here, except look inside yourself and work on yourself and understand that we're in a time right now, bro, where you have to make some very, 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 very quick decisions. Okay. You got to change your life right away, people. Okay. Because this is really what's happening. Okay. And I just want you to have the best shot. Okay. To be able to have and achieve whatever it is that you want in this lifetime. And by doing all these things that they have showed us, you don't understand that these things have directly been compromising us in the way of raising our frequency, raising our vibrations. It's the reason why so many people, we have so many negative things that happen here. Okay. If we were just to wake up to everything that they have done to us down here, we would be able to see it. Okay. But like I said, it all starts with increasing your vibration, increasing your frequency. And for a man, the number one thing that you can do to make sure that that is initiated is retain your seed. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to play this video really quick. And these videos are just going to be chopped up. There's just going to be a couple words out of each one of these videos that I closely want you to hear. I want you to hear what they are telling us. So give me 1 second here, guys.
If you don't know that, you better get your goddamn head in the game. Even if you white, they're gonna leave your ass up here on top of this ground. Shit like that. If y'all notice, everywhere a fire has been, burning up these cities and shit, is where resources at. Trump and them, they going all out. They're gonna steal much as they can before their ass go up on the ground. Cause that's where they're going. And if you don't know that, you better get your goddamn head in the game. Even if you white, they're gonna leave your ass up here on top of this ground, and your ass is gonna burn to death. And I'm gonna tell y'all black folks something. If you don't get your motherfucking energy up, your ass is gonna have a heart attack. One or two things gonna happen with this great solar flash that we're gonna have. One or two things to us. To us, it's gonna be like this. Either your vibration is up and you're vibrating on the same frequency as the earth, or your ass is gonna have a heart attack and you're gonna come right back here. Who in the fuck wanna do that?
So you hear briefly there another explanation of what it is that I'm telling you what is about to happen. Okay. And I can show you 100 different people saying the exact same thing. That really doesn't matter. Okay. The fact of the matter is you got somebody here sitting here, his energy is in alignment. He's been putting in the work, and I'm giving you the divine message. I'm telling you what it is. Okay. This is why it's important. Okay. And they lied to you about this. I told you this used to be important a long time ago. This ain't important no more. This ain't important no more, bro. Okay. What's important is if you have to get your frequency in line. Okay. That's the important part. And you look around what's going on right now, and what are they pushing? What are they pushing? They're pushing for you to do what? To drink alcohol, to do drugs, to sleep around, to only focus about money and status, to eat the animals. Okay. The animals are one of the biggest main contributors to why that you're not going to be able to raise your frequency to the point that it is that you're going to need to be able to save your butt. Okay. And I would rather you just kick it. Just kick it. Just kick it. Just kick it for now. Okay. I'm not telling you that you might not be able to go back anytime and not do that again. But for right now, you need to kick it and you need to get your frequency as high as possible. Okay. For the simple fact to what is about to happen here on this planet. All right. I'm telling you guys the absolute truth. There is nothing else that I have been doing with my time other than getting myself right, man. Okay. And I really, really mean that. Okay. I am taking care of my health. I want you guys to understand something, man. I told you before that they're doing things with the food. I told you guys before that all of the different meats out there, bro, don't look like meats. I had meat about, I had some last time I had beef was almost like over a year and a half ago. And the last time I had some beef, bro, it tasted off. And then I jumped on to the chicken and tried to try the chicken here recently. I told you guys, and the chicken was off. Nut, bro, it's not real food anymore that they're feeding us. Okay. And I got confirmation today. Let me tell you what I heard today. So I'm driving home on my way from work, and on the radio station, they're talking about they have these meat trucks going around to all the big cities. Listen to me carefully. Okay. Listen. On the radio, they're promoting that they have these meat trucks that are going around to all the major cities. Now, let me ask you guys a serious question. When have you ever seen a meat truck? When have you ever seen a truck that drove around to different big cities and distribute meat? When have you ever seen that in your life, bro? Okay. Why would someone who had fresh, cow, okay, probably prime cuts, probably some grass-fed USDA, be driving around selling in a truck? They wouldn't, okay, because they would have prime buyers for that. Okay. They would have grocery stores. They would have restaurants. They would have people who have money. Okay. They wouldn't put that into a food truck and be driving around in major cities, okay, trying to sell you meat. What you guys need to understand is about 5-6 years ago, they had came out with the fake meat that they were selling. Remember, they were talking about all the ribeyes, all that stuff that they were coming out with that wasn't real meat. It was synthetic meat. Okay. And I guarantee you, this is what they're selling in these major cities right now. Okay. Right here in our town today, they have meat trucks that are posted out in front of the mall. Okay. In front of the mall where the most people come, in front of the mall, in front of major grocery stores. And let me tell you what they're selling. They are selling people, listen to me carefully. Listen, people, they're selling you 20 ribeyes, 20 ribeye steaks for $40. I want you people to listen to me carefully, because I know a lot of you are going to go out there and bite that bullet and you're going to get sick. Okay. You're going to catch something. Okay. This is the way these people do these types of things. All right. They come in our cities, okay, disguised as people that are here to bring us something, okay, that is beneficial for us, that is also going to be affordable in a time like this. Where else in the world do you know that you can buy 20 ribeye steaks, ladies and gentlemen, for $40? And you're trying to tell me, with the common sense that you have, all right, with the spirituality that you have in this modern world, okay, by retaining your life force energy and your sexual energy, bro, that you know that that's not a trap, okay, that's not a red flag, okay. This is what they're doing, okay, and there they go again, pushing that meat. So you're all this stuff that I talk about meat, you're not going to believe me. You're not going to believe me and know that I'm telling you the truth about why you should stop eating this during this time. All of these different things, but I'm not done yet. I'm going to play a couple other clips for you, okay? But I'm tripping, right? I don't know what I'm talking about, all right? And I'm over here looking like $1,000,000, strong as hell. Bro, I don't care what you guys say. You guys can tell me that I don't look this, I don't look that. I'll say you're a liar. Okay. I know how healthy that I look. I know how great my body looks. Yeah, I'm not bulky. Yeah, I'm not full of inflammation. Okay. Yeah, I'm not full of acids in my body trying to maintain a fake pump. Okay. I'm natural and I'm strong as hell for my size, for being natural. And that's all that matters to me. I'm not worried about some other guy looking at my legs. I'm not worried about some other guy telling me my biceps ain't big. You guys are starting to look real suspect out there. Okay. Try and have other people's validations on the way that you look. Okay. You guys need to knock that off, man. Okay. I told you this is about living a long, healthy life. Okay. Where is that same guy going to be? All right. In the next 20 years, he'll probably be in the hospital. Okay. On dialysis. All right. Probably done had one of his kidneys removed. Okay. I know his gallbladder has been removed. Okay. He probably has pancreatic cancer. Okay. He probably has all kind of issues. Okay. Because of the lifestyle that he chose, okay, because he wanted to believe in the hype. He wanted to believe that you needed the protein. He wanted to believe that you needed to eat the meat, okay. All of these things that they have done to us has taken away who we are, okay. We are all good looking, healthy people at one point, all right. And because of the things that they've been given to us in our diets, all right, it's reflecting on the outside, okay. And we have a lot of obesity. We have a lot of people who have tons of skin problems. We have a lot of diseases in America, okay. And this is indicative on what it is that we're eating. So I want you to listen to this next video really quick, all right, and then we're going to hop over to the next one. So give me 1 second here, guys.
Every time you eat flesh, you're not just feeding your body, you're feeding a ritual, a blood ritual. An ancient hidden system that survives by disguising death as food. They told you it's protein, tradition, culture, but it's not. It's trauma, it's frequency, and it's worship. Worship of who? Of what? Let me tell you the truth. When you consume flesh, blood, and bones of a murdered being, you are partaking in the ancient worship of Baal, Moloch, and lesser known forms of Saturn. These are not just myths, they are the original energy harvesters, gods of sacrifice, time, death, and control. And they were never banished, they were globalized. You see their altars in the slaughterhouses. You see their symbols in corporate logos. You eat from their table every time you consume what was killed in fear. This is the ritual. Step 1, take a sentient being, one that feels, reads, loves, and cries. Step 2, trap it, stress it, separate it from its family. Feed it poison, feed it fear, until its very energy field collapses. Step 3, kill it, bleed it, harvest the flesh, package it in plastic. Slap a discount on it and call it dinner. Step 4, you buy it, you cook it, you season it, you bless it. As if the ritual hasn't already happened. As if praying over death changes the fact that you're still eating it.
So there you just heard it. You heard it loud and clear. Just because you are going to the store with your own admission, all right, you're buying death, you're consuming the death, okay? Most of the people out here do not pray over their food. Most of the people out here do not understand the ritual that they have been partaking in, okay? And this is everyday life. This is creating karma for you, okay? This is stuff that is following you around to this very day, all right, that you have no clue that is affecting your life. We're talking about frequency here, people. We're talking about spiritual energy, which you seem to don't think that is real. And I just sat here and told you that this is a spiritual war and you need all the protection that you can get. All right. And sacrificing animals, okay, eating and consuming death of things that died in trauma and fear is not going to do anything positive for your aura. It's not going to do anything positive for your frequency. You know what is going to change your frequency? Having a big old juicy watermelon, eating some mangoes, okay? Having some seeded grapes, all right? Eating some jackfruit, okay? Having some tofu, all right? There are so many different things that you could eat, bro, all right? That could fill you, okay? That are going to satisfy you, all right? Other than having to take a life. Okay. And we seem to sit here and we're desensitized. Okay. We have the video games, we have all the gore in movies. Okay. We have the hunting television shows. Okay. We have all of these different things that have desensitized us to life. All right. And the funny thing is, we can sit here and have almost the identical same thing happen to us, right? In our lives, because don't we feel like we're slaves? Don't we feel like we're being held against our own will? Don't you guys not want to go to work every single day? Don't you guys get tired of the same routine every single day? And you seem to don't understand why we are in the Great Reset. You see, if that's what we want, then we have to treat everything else the same. Okay. Isn't it they're saying treat people how you want to be treated? Okay. The same thing that we have going on here in our lives. We have to, in order to get what it is that we want, okay, we have to display that. Okay. If we want compassion, we have to display compassion. If we want empathy, we have to display empathy. Okay. You're not going to be able to go both ways. Okay. You're going to have to choose light or the dark. Okay. I told you there's no, and you're not going to be able to lie to source. So many of you people are literally down here living your last. Your bloodline is going to stop with you because you chose not to get in line. You chose to fall for all of the fake traps in this lifetime when you have seen firsthand on how they treat us as people, how they treat our animals. Okay. So it's important for you guys to really understand that this is not a game. This is really happening. All right. And you got to be more aware of what is going on out here. Everything is not as it seems. And the more that you work on yourself, the more that you focus, the more that you go with inside, the more that you retain sexual life force energy, the more that all your faculties will work. Okay, that sixth sense comes online. You're able to start seeing these things. You're able to start moving accordingly. You're listening to your inner voice, your higher self. You're going to do what's right. Okay. And this is why I'm telling you, if you're doing SR, it's going to increase your vibrations. You're eventually going to have this come across your plate and you're going to have to make a decision. So I'm going to play this one last video and then we're going to jump to the next topic. Give me 1 second here, guys.
Listen to me good. Don't be mad with me now. You probably had a little pork before you got here today. Well, I think I'll have a little ham, a little bacon this morning. Have a little pork chop getting ready, a little ham hock. The greens all, soaked up in the juice of the ham hock. You were just ready to kill yourself. It's a greasy, nasty, ugly animal. To look at the animal is enough to scare you. It's an ugly creature. It's a sodomous creature. Yeah, a male hog will have sex with another male. Pig eaters do the same thing. You are what you eat,
Oh, I have to laugh at this because my man Farrakhan is so on point with what he's saying. See, I don't see how people will want to hide and run from the truth. I have family members that won't give up the pork. Okay. I've been telling them this for over 10 years. Okay. One of the worst animals that you can eat. Not only that, it is 98% compatible with a human. So technically, you're consuming a human. Okay. And this is just the facts. These are the ways that you should look at it. Okay. Not only that, the problem is that you don't understand that the pig is a combination of the dog, the cat, and the rat. Okay. And I want you guys to really open your mind and think about what it is that I'm saying. Look at all the food that they give you. Listen, people, come on, stay in the moment, stay with me. Look at all the food that they give you. Okay, they give you the pig for breakfast. They give you a dog. You're eating a dog, a cat, and a rat combined. That's what a pig is. It's a genetically created animal. That's what they give you for breakfast, right? Right? Then you go look at the cow. The cow's not even a cow. How they make the cows is not even have a cow. The cows are the damn bull. Okay. They give you that. Then you go look at the chicken that they give you. A chicken is not even a chicken. A chicken is crossed with so many different animals as well. And they give you that. And the craziest part about it is they tell you that these are the foods that you need to build a strong and healthy body. And you look around in America, and the number one thing that you see is obese people. The number one thing that you see being pushed on this market are these animals, 1 to 3, the top 3 animals being pushed to it. The top 3 animals in every single American's family's diet. And I guarantee you that every single person in your family done had a person die from cancer, done die for something related to their diet. And this is what they're giving us. This is what they're feeding us. And it's time for us to snap out of it, people. I love you. I care about you. And I really want what's best for you. I really want you to live a happy life. I really want you to be whoever you want to be with. I don't care who you want to be with. Okay. I truly care about every sentient being on this planet because I know that we are all one. I know that we all have been tricked out of our positions. Okay. But it's got to end with this. And see, the problem is a lot of you guys are not doing step 1, which is retaining your life force energy, which is retaining your seed as a man. So you're never going to be able to build up this significant amount of energy. All right. To change the trajectory of your journey. You're not going to be able to do that because you're too weak. You don't have the strength to be able to force yourself to do what's right because you've been doing what's wrong for so long. And I want to give you different things for you to see and understand that everything that you have been told is a lie. And it's time for you to change.
Yeah. The hog will eat its own young. And you, the hog eater, destroy your own children. Some non-hog eaters do the same. That is a terrible animal. Well, God created it. Yes. That's what the reefer smokers say. Yeah, if God didn't want us to smoke it, he wouldn't have created it. Well, go smoke a tree then. Go smoke a fish. God created a lot of things you can't eat. Food. You got to use everything according to the purpose for which it was created in order to get the benefit out of God's creation. So the reefer smoker said, well, you know, God created the weed and there's something in it. Something in it. Yeah, there's something in it, all right. The pig, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us, was created for medicinal purposes, not to be eaten by anybody. God knew we were coming into a world that would rebel against him. And in that rebellion would cause people to die an untimely death due to disease. So he created the hog from 3 low animals through the grafting of cat, rat, and dog. He made a hog. Yeah, look at it. That pig sometimes bark like a dog. Got this little funny looking tail like a rat. It's all part of it. Now, would you go home and sit down and eat cat, rat, and dog put together? Well, that's what you're eating when you eat Mr. Pig. I know you're hot with me. But I'm not angry with you. Don't get angry with me because I'm trying to give you some sense. Be angry with somebody that robbed you of good sense. That you would sit there and eat up this nasty, filthy animal and say it's good. It is not good. Everything that tastes good is not good. It has a little worm in it that you can't kill. They tell you heat it to so many and so many degrees or smoke it and you'll kill the little strychnine worm. Not so, brother. You can heat it all the way up to whatever temperature you want. You eat bacon, you eat ham, you eat pork chop, you eat ham hock, you eat any part of the pig. And you're eating a mouthful. Every mouthful you put in is a mouthful of these little strychnine worms. And they get right down inside you and they come alive and start moving. Yeah, they do a dance too. They know you love to move, so they just move right with you. Before you know it, the hog working in your muscles. Working in.
So there you heard it, guys. All right. I've told you guys plenty of times about what's in our food. I've warned you guys about the parasites. I've warned you guys about the health and the ramifications that follow if you don't listen to what it is and I'm telling you. Okay. When I tell you for a fact that most of the people out here are full of parasites, okay, I'm telling you they are. Okay, we've been taught to consume the pig for breakfast for years. Many of us have done this. Okay, many of us have done this for many and many years. And you must understand that you can't just get rid of these things out of your body. They're not gonna come out of your body just because you take a pill or a capsule. They're not gonna come out of your body because you do a juice fast. Okay, y'all don't seem to understand on what the magnitude of what you're dealing with. Okay, these worms eventually get to your brain. Okay, they get control of all your sensories. All right, and they literally control you. I told you, you guys are like a parasite Power Ranger. Okay, that's what you are. Okay, and you're their Zord. Okay, they say they say they pull out their little morphers and then they control you to go do whatever they want, whether that's mate with someone that you don't want to mate with, whether that's consume something that you might not want to consume, whether it make you make a decision that might end up costing your life. This is not a game. Most of the stuff that you guys crave is you don't understand that you're craving this from a parasite. You're not craving this from a place of natural. Okay, you're not craving this. All them burgers, all them steaks, all that's worms. All those are worms inside of your body that are craving these types of food so they can eat it and then, procreate, and morph more inside of your body. All right. This is why so many people are gone. This is why so many people have that solid, hard rock gut, that can never be gotten rid of. Some of these people are walking in their grave right now. Okay. I'm just trying to tell you guys, all right, this is another part of the story of a reason why, all right, you're out of frequency. All right. And why you need to get your frequency in line. This is why I'm telling you to do all of these things. Okay. So you can clean out your vessel, man. So you can be high frequency. So you can receive, okay, all of this energy that's going to be coming from the sun and it not cost you your life. I told you what is about to happen. We're full of toxins, people. We're full of heavy metals. They have been doing this to us for I don't know how many years. We're talking about 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 plus years. They've been doing this to all of us. All right. And this is the time. And this is the reason why. Okay. You guys must understand you have to do the right things during this time. And what the right things is to do is to be cleaning out your body, is to be eating as clean as possible. Try something that you've never done before. Okay. Go on a whole 2-3 month, okay, no meat fast. Okay. Go on a whole 2-3 month no bread fast. Go on a whole 2-3 month, okay, where you're just eating nothing but high vibrational foods, bro. Okay. I'm talking about foods full of alkalinity. Okay. The foods that they feed us cause us to be low vibrational. Okay. They're acidic foods. Okay. This is what acidic foods do. Acidic foods cause disease in the body. Acidic foods cause inflammation. All right. And everything that they feed us, this is what happens, thus lowering your vibrations, thus making it harder for you to live in optimal strength. Okay. You're not going to be able to be who it is that you're supposed to be if you're continuing to take in this stuff that they tell us to eat. So that's all I want to talk about on that part. Give me 1 second. I'm going to play one more video, guys, and we're going to jump on the next topic.
To the real on Percy Jackson, and if you ain't watched part one, go watch part one so you can get up to speed. And taking one animal, mixing it with another animal, and he creates something entirely new. So when you look at someone who was doing genetic splicing, taking one animal, mixing it with another animal, and he creates something entirely new. So when you look at it through that lens and you look at the fact that he is one of the gods in that universe of Percy Jackson, and he was going down, he was having babies with these mortals, and it get deep. Even if you look into Poseidon, in that universe, he was having babies, and the babies that he was having, they was coming out different. They was Cyclops. So once you start adding this up and looking at all of the different guys, the things that they was doing, the things that were taking place, you will see it'd be the same story in different formats. And one of the things that I mentioned in my first video is the war that took place with the Titans. And one of the Titans that I named was Gaia. If you're not familiar with who Gaia is, it's literally the planet, Mother Earth. And this is one of the beings that they went to war with. They went to war with the planet. And that all go into what I was talking about the primordial energies. They went to war with the naturalness, and they created a whole new world. And one of the things about it, if you read the books, because in the movies, they cut out a lot of the information. They cut out a lot of vital information. They stopped at number 2. It's 5 books in total. And the whole series got like 14 to 15 books. It's a lot of information condensed into them.
So there you got it, guys. That's all I wanted to talk about as far as what to consume and what not to consume. Okay. I want you guys to understand that this is serious. All right. This is something very important. And you guys are going to have to take what I'm telling you 100% seriously. Okay. So I want you guys to focus on the stop eating the fake foods. Okay. It is fruit season right now. Okay. It is a great time for you guys to be out there buying the watermelons, buying the cantaloupes, okay, getting the cucumbers, okay, eating your parsley, eating your celery, okay, making your smoothies, okay, eating your peaches, eating your nectarines, eating your pears, okay, consuming anything that has a seed to it. Okay, because what this is going to do is this is going to clean out your body. This is going to provide you, okay, with the best water, okay, that your body is used to, which is the H3O, okay, the best water out there, okay. This is what you need to be consuming. This is what's going to help you get your frequency in line. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys can just focus your energy, okay, literally just focus your energy, just stop eating anything that's fast food, just stop eating any of the meats in the store, okay. If you have to have some meats, go find a local farmer, okay. I'd rather you not do it, but if you're going to have to do that, then I'd rather you go find a local farmer. Okay. All of the stuff that they're playing with out here today, okay, it's just unsafe, guys. Okay. We have too much fake stuff going on, too many fake meats, too many different things that are happening in these factory farms where the animals are being sick, they're being injected with all sorts of things. Okay. And it's time for us to smarten up. They're doing this to us for a reason, you guys. All right. And I told you what this is all about. Okay. This is all about increasing your vibration. This is all about increasing your frequency. This is how you're going to ascend. Okay. Nothing in that book is going to save you. They don't have anything in that book, bro, that has pointed out what I have pointed out. Okay. There's stories about things in there about like what I'm talking about, but there's nothing in there that's going to save you. Okay. Everything in there is contradictory to what I've been telling you. Okay. And I promise you guys, this is what's going to happen. Okay. I've showed you plenty of receipts to what they've been showing us. Okay. Truth in plain sights, the movies, the literature. Okay. All of this stuff, bro. Okay. We are living in this timeline. So I just want you guys to stay sharp, stay smart, man. Okay. Protect yourselves, love yourselves. Go in that mirror, look at yourself, tell yourself that you love yourself, man. You guys see, man, this is how I know you're low vibrational, bro. We're not, there's no reason to be hard. Being hard is not going to get you saved, bro. Being hard is not going to get you mercy from the Most High, bro. Being hard is not going to do anything for you but attract that low vibrational negative energy of being hard. You're going to attract that to you, bro. Okay. It's time for you to change and shift your frequency, bro, and get in line with the rest of the planet if you're trying to make it to the new earth. Okay. And the new earth is something that we are creating, we the people. Okay. And like I said, we have brought on the SOS by the simple fact of the things that we have been gone through. We want to change. Okay. So there's no need for you to try to back down now. It's time for you guys to get strong. I'm going to read a couple of these comments, bro, and then I'm going to get up out of here. My man Jim in the building. What's happening with you, Jim? Good to see you up in here, man. My man Vel Plays in the building. I appreciate you for stopping in as usual, man. Appreciate you for being up in here, my guy. My man Swayze in the building. What's happening with you, Swayze, boss? Good to see you up in here tonight, man. Appreciate you for being up in here, bro. My man Rojo in the building. He says, I'm live for, I live for 60 days. Thank you to semen retention. Ain't no choice no more. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Keep doing your thing, man. You're almost to that spermatogenesis. And like I said, that's what we push over here in the SR community. Okay. We want you to hit at least 90 days, player. Okay. 90 days is going to change your life, bro. All right. If you go longer than 90 days, it's going to be life changing. Okay, so there's the difference. 90 days is going to change your life, but if you go longer than 90 days, it's going to be life changing, bro. How you say Awar? How do you say your name, bro? Kazahad. My bad, bro. I'm not trying to slaughter your name. Awar. He said Crew was just playing this song a few days ago. That's my man. I be bumping Crews all the time, bro, because he's high vibrational, bro. He's got that high vibrational rap, man. That's the kind of stuff that I consume during this time. Like I said, man, you got to be protective of what you hear and in what you see. Okay, you can damage yourself too just about what you see. Let's keep it real. We talk about social media all the time. We talk about seeing, the half naked women all the time. We know that you can ruin yourself through things that you see. Well, guess what? That exact same thing can happen to you by things that you hear. This is why we're cleaning up ourselves during this time. So I told you, man, down with all these celebrities, bro. Down with all these people in a low vibrational energy, bro. Down with all these people, bro, whose job was to keep us low frequency. Okay, I want you to understand that all these people that you like, okay, I'm keeping it 1,000 with you guys. All the people that you guys like, their job, okay, they were paid to keep you low vibrational and low frequency. Okay, the entertainment, okay, the movies, the food, it was all a ploy to keep you low vibrational. Okay, and now that we're able to see these things, because I told you millions and millions of people are waking up, bro. It's the truth, man. Okay, we're waking up. All right, but we also got to understand on what it is that we have to do. All right, and the number one thing that we have to do during this time, like I said, is increase your frequency, bro. Dylan, what's happening with you, bro? Appreciate you for being up in here. Good to see you, my guy. That's what's up, Dylan. Dylan says, knowing yourself and always being honest with yourself is the biggest unlock. That is, bro. It is the biggest unlock, bro. But like I said, there's a lot of things too that you have to have with it, man. This is like, it's one of the biggest construction type packages that we're doing on ourselves. That's just a part of it that's coming with it. Okay, there's being authentic is going to come with it, bro, but retaining your seed and having a good diet, bro, is going to make sure that all of those things are going to be effortless. Okay, effortless, bro. Once you do those two things, bro, I'm telling you, man, everything is going to come online. Okay, everything that you see through these eyes now is going to completely change. Your frequency is going to change. Okay, and this is what we are preaching. I want you guys to give this a try, man. Okay, this is not no joke, you guys. All right, this is not up me here promoting nothing. I'm not trying to make no money. I'm not up here trying to sell you nothing. I'm up here telling you guys the truth, man. Okay, and I really want you guys to do what's best for you, especially some of you guys who are up there that are of age. Okay, I know a lot of guys, man, that done had cardiac arrests and heart attacks and all kind of things, bro. And the number one thing that they all told me, man, is they had to change their diet. So here's the thing: why are you gonna wait to yourself get? Why are you gonna wait and let yourself get this far? Why are you going to wait and let these things come into your life and possibly take your life when you have the time now, when you're getting the messages now? Okay, I'm here telling you this now. All right, so you can make a change. Okie the GOAT, what's happening with you, bro? Appreciate you for being up in here tonight, man. Philly Cheese, my guy. Philly Cheese in the building. Appreciate you for being up in here, bro. I got to be disciplined with my fire consumption, bro. Yeah, you do, bro. People all do. Okay. And the thing about that is you heard Farrakhan say that they done something with that too. And it's the truth, bro. Like I said, it's a reason why they don't allow us to grow that for ourselves. Okay. Why won't they allow you to grow a small plant, bro? Okay. Why won't they allow you to grow a little personal small plant to, help you facilitate your needs? Okay. No, but they didn't. They done like they did everything else. They control everything so they can do what they want to do to it. Okay. So it has adverse effects on us when we consume it. All right. This is what they have done. They've done this with the food. They've done this with everything. Okay. So you guys got to be smart out there, man. Okay. If you're having problems with that, bro, like I said, man, just do it slow, man. Do it slow, bro. Okay, real slow. Maybe just take you one little puff at a time, bro. Okay, don't be one of these people out here, bro, that's 20 years later, you're still smoking on, you know what I'm saying, Swisher Sweets. You're still smoking on backwoods. Okay, you're still smoking on bro. Why are you smoking on tobacco in 2025? Okay, if you claiming to be awake, if you claiming to be healthy, if you claiming to be about the most high, bro, no, bro, you're doing self-suicide if you're out here, bro, consuming tobacco products in 2025 when there's a big, huge red label sticker warning on every single packet of tobacco that tells you that it's going to cause cancer. Okay, you're playing with death because it's a guarantee that it's going to get you. All right, you got to start to be smarter, you guys. You got to start to do the best things that you can to try to change your outcome. Okay, and like I said, man, if you guys would just muster up the discipline, all right, and get something about you with this sexual discipline, the rest of these things are just easy to conquer. Facts, bro. Reeves says, "Great reset, the great tribulation, end of days." That's basically what it is, bro. That's basically what it is, man. And here's the thing: every single movie that they showed us out there in Hollywood, I want you to think about every movie that we've ever seen. Okay, it's all the same scenarios. Okay, it's something that happens with the sun. Okay, it's something that was usually a huge solar flash, radiation burst that ends up causing traumatic weather around the planet. Okay, and basically it comes to the great reset. Okay, this is the times that we are living in. Okay, and if you were to ask yourself a true question, man, ask yourself a true question. If you knew that you were living in these times, you knew that these were your last days, how would you live them? Would you still be living an ignorant life? Would you still be living in low vibrational frequency out here, or would you be somebody out here living, okay, the best life that you could before you get out of here? Okay, loving yourself the best that you could before you get out of here. Okay, spending time with your family, spending time with friends, spending time with people that you care about. Okay, maybe telling somebody that you might not have told that you really love them, that you really care about them, and you just want, to spend some time and show them that you care about them. This is the times that we're living in. These are the things that people need to be doing. And I know that you guys know that. Okay, because a lot of you guys out here are pretty intuitive. Okay, you guys are retaining your seed. You guys are out here and your abilities all online. You know what's going on. Okay, this is why we have the urgency that we have, okay, in this community, talking about the things that we have been talking about, because you guys are feeling the times that we are in. Okay, I just want you guys to be prepared. Facts, bro. He says supernova sun flare like in the Noah movie. Exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. That's the movie that showed a pretty good indication of what's going to happen. But there are plenty other movies out there, bro. You got 2012. You got, Interstellar. You got After Earth. You got, dude. There's. Man, I can sit here and name so many movies that all show us the end scenario in the end. Facts, Jim. Facts, Jim. None of that stuff really even matters, bro. Who cares what we're on? Who cares about UFOs? None of that stuff. That's all distractions, bro. We can sit up here and talk about whatever we want to talk about. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. It just doesn't even matter. Okay, it's just conversation sakes. It doesn't. People don't need to sit up here and agree on everything. It doesn't matter what you agree on. It doesn't matter what I agree on. It doesn't matter what you think. Okay, it's about what is happening. All right. All I'm telling you guys is what is about to happen. Okay, what has been repeated in our timelines over and over every 3,500 to 5,000 years. Okay, you can all go and do this general research on yourself. Okay, it's the same thing that happens over and over. How it happens really is irrelevant to me. Okay. But the simple fact that it always has to deal with the sun, okay, is what we need to be focused on. Okay. That's what we need to be focused on. We need to be focused on that. And we need to be focused on increasing our vibrations and increasing our frequency. And the only way that you're going to do that, bro, like I said, man, is to stop doing everything that lowers your frequency. Okay. And everything that lower your frequency is what? It's pretty simple, bro. What is lowering our frequency, bro? Anything that has anything negative attached to it. Okay. Whether that be words, okay, whether that be releasing your life force energy, because it's your life force energy is literally your life. You don't need to be releasing that frivolously. Okay. All of these things, we already know what it is to do, but the problem that we're having is people just don't seem to have the discipline to be able to do these things. And this is why we're going to continue to make these streams until we can't no more. Okay. I know most of the majority of the people who watch this get the information, and I'm okay with that. Okay. But I still know that there's new people that come in here every single day, bro. All right. Who are not as far as we are on our journeys. And this is what we have to share. I'm not gonna be bashing on people for, you know, eating, eggs, eating cheese. There are so many worse things out there to be eating. Okay. And as far as I'm concerned, all of these things are what I like to call a transitional diet. Okay. They help you wean off of the meats. Okay. Yes, they're not good for you. There's plenty of things that are not good for you. Who cares? Okay. You're not going to be able to eat perfect in this world. But the key is to eat as best as you can. And if you can avoid anything that's going to have big hits upon your aura and your frequency, that's what it is that I want you to do. Okay. So yes, people are going to have to eat the eggs. We know they're not the healthiest thing. People are going to eat the cheese. We know they're not the healthiest things. But I would rather them people go that way, okay, than to just continue to go down the path that they're in. Okay. I am just advocating that people need to be very precautious with the meats in 2025. Yeah, I can't talk about that, bro, unfortunately. I can't even touch anything about Colgate 19 or they'll block the video. That's a fact. That's a fact. Dr. Sabi is a smart man, bro. Dr. Sabi is a smart man, bro. And like I told you guys, a lot of diet has to do with blood, has to do with your blood type as well. Okay. So most of the time that I talk about something, I'm literally advocating for people who may have the same blood type as me or may be of the same bloodline as me. Okay. Everybody's going to have different nuances with their diet. Okay. But the simple fact of the matter is the main things that lower your vibration. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what your blood type is. Okay. So all I'm trying to do is get you guys to understand the bigger picture. Okay. That we had been lied to. Okay. This was never our diet in the beginning. Okay. We didn't used to eat like that. I told you guys, we barely used to eat food. Okay. And everything that we did eat, okay, came from most of the time a tree or a plant. Okay. Or we drank elixirs. Okay. We didn't eat heavy foods like meat. I told you guys that these were survival foods. Facts, Jim. I already know your vibration's high, bro, because you eat you eat good. You know what I mean? You're gonna have a high vibration. You're gonna have a high frequency because of the things that you consume. We're just trying to get people to understand that there's a whole nother way that they're missing out on. Oh, I appreciate that super chat there, bro. Thank you very much. Who is that? Steven, bro, appreciate the super chat, bro. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much, man. They're doing that to us too. That's the crazy part, bro. Man, it's like, guys, it's just dangerous out there. Like I said, man, all I want you guys to do is just be smart, be aware of what's happening out there with the foods. Okay. Protect you guys yourself, understand on what this game and this trap is all about. Okay. I told you, man, it's all about frequency. Matter of fact, I got one more video I want to play for you guys real quick. Give me 1 second.
Listen to my people. Today is a big deal. It's a big deal for all of us. And y'all need to listen. I'm going to drop some jewels on y'all up front, but the main information about to come at the end of this video. So I need y'all to check this out. Today is Rosh Hashanah. We're supposed to start trying to overcome all sins up until the 25th, where we're supposed to fast for the entire day. To my people who know who you are, this is what you're supposed to do at this time. But let's go ahead and get into what this is all about. I did some praying, y'all, to the Most High on the behalf of my people, because I know it's a lot of y'all out there that's trying to get in touch with the Most High, and y'all wonder why y'all not hearing what I hear. Y'all, the answer is so simple, it's gonna drive y'all crazy. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what he done to me. He added to me by subtracting something from me. Pure genius. But he the Most High, he know all things. But I need y'all to understand what I found. Check this out. After I prayed and wanted to know why a lot of people can't hear him and why they out of touch, you know what the Most High told me? He said, get up. He said, go in there and get everything you got in there. He said, go in there, take a shower, clean yourself. Make sure you clean yourself, wash your hair, with whatever you do. Make sure you cleaned up and wait on me. He told me to wait on him, y'all. So that's what I did. I got in there, took a shower, cleaned myself up, put my chemicals and all that, got myself cleaned up, waiting to hear from the Most High, right? Let me tell y'all how this played out. Middle of the night comes. I'm getting ready to walk in spirit, and all of a sudden, I can't do it no more. You hear me? I was unable to walk in the spirit. I was unable to sleep. I couldn't think right. My old lady next to me, my queen, she told me, she's like, it was like he was having a seizure or something. And I couldn't figure out what was happening, right? So I gave it to the Most High to take over, because I couldn't snap out of it. I had then lost my ability to see in the spirit. And I'm like, what is going on? How is this possible? Next thing I know, a few minutes later, my stepdaughter walks in. She also can't sleep. And I realized everybody in the house can't sleep. They can't focus. No one is able to get their rest. And I'm like, what, Lord, what is going on? I realized I had a massive headache. I'm talking about it was throbbing, y'all. I couldn't sleep, ringing, everything felt disoriented. I just couldn't figure out what was going on with me. I had to pray about it and see what was going on. After I prayed, I got this big urge to just eat watermelon. It's going to get deeper. I got this urge to just eat nothing but watermelon, y'all. This plays a big part, y'all, because it's a big deal, and I need y'all to understand what the Most High showed me by taking away from me. He told me next time, go back, take a shower without using the things that you normally use to take a shower. So I went back and took a shower, y'all. Hopped in the shower, washed my beard, washed my hair, no chemicals, no nothing. Next thing I know, my headache stopped. It completely stopped. My confusion stopped. I got the kids to do it. Same thing with them. Confusion stopped. Headache stopped. I had an urge for watermelon. So I had to stop and think, like, what could have possibly been the variable here? You know what I'm saying? What happened? And I realized everybody in the house had just gotten their hair done. And you know what we did when we got our hair done? This is how they doing it to y'all. This is why y'all ain't unable to receive this signal. Listen, this is what they doing. They put it right in our face in the movie They Clone Tyrone. The hair products. They done it to us with the hair products. You don't believe me? Check this out. I'm gonna show y'all right here. Right in the lid is 87. You're gonna see the numbers. Y'all just pay attention because right now they just look like you probably can't even see it. Specifically, my melanated people, y'all go look at y'all hair products. I got to show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all what I found. This is my twisting cream. You see what I'm saying? I get to research and trying to figure out what's going on, and bam, I turn it around. I work building aircrafts, and I notice. You guys see that? See it at the top? Now you see it. 89 ohms. Ohms are used to measure resistance. Now, when you use ohms in a system that's something like, say, speakers, ohms are used as a way to control the flow of energy coming to that speaker, which keeps the amplifier from overheating and blowing the speaker, right? Now, you take those same ohms and you put it on something that lives off bringing in as most energy as possible, right? You involve 89 ohms onto our hair and our skin. The worst thing you can do to a grounding connection is what? Lubricate it. So by putting 89 ohms of resistance on your beard and your hair above your head, you have now, guess what? Caused resistance to stop frequencies from coming into your pineal gland. That's right, y'all getting it. They shutting our pineal gland off by our freaking hair products. This is what the Most High showed me. This is how he added to me by subtracting. He told me first, go take a shower and use all the chemicals. I was unable to sleep after doing that. I was unable to walk in the spirit. After I woke up and washed all these chemicals out of my hair, my abilities immediately came back. When I went and ate, you guessed it, watermelon, my thirst was gone. My headache stopped. The enemy, specifically, y'all know me, I'm a high vibration person, and I hate to say anything decisive. But this post is about this. If you got this, you grow like this. See that? This sun soaks up. This plant soaks up energy. That energy is uninterrupted from the sun to the plant. This one. When you take and you lubricate said plant with something like this or this, that plant's communication with the sun is now blocked.
So that's it, guys. That's the last video I want to play. I want to make a comment on this really quick. So if you didn't make out exactly what's going on here, I was unable to show the video, but what's going on here is we've had some people recently figure out that, you know, it's all about frequency. Like I've been telling you guys, what I've been telling you since the beginning of this stream, it's all about frequency. Here we find out that these chemicals that they put in our hair products, that they put in our deodorants, if you go look at any back of your deodorants, any back of your hair chemicals, your shampoo, okay, there's a stamp on there labeling it as 89 ohms, okay? And what this does, okay, is it blocks our connection with the sun, okay? Our hair acts as coils, okay? That goes for everybody's hair. It isn't just melanated people. The hair on our arms stand up, okay? They receive energy as well. A hair all over the body is there for one reason and one reason only, is to transfer energy, Okay, this is how we get energy from the sun. This is how we get our downloads. And this is the stuff that they're putting in all of our products. We're talking about deodorants. We're talking about hair twist. We're talking about blue magic. We're talking about any of the things that you guys are putting in your hair. This is what's happening to you. And again, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. And some of you people out there are running into, why is it I can't seem to be high vibrational? Why is it that I'm having so hard of a time, getting my intuition powers? Why am I having so hard of a time of always having brain fog, always having migraine headaches? Okay. Always feeling like I have brain fog. These things are occurring, okay, because of what the chemicals that are being put inside the products that we're using, which are all what? Which you seem to didn't think was important. Okay. Since the very beginning of this stream, what you seem to didn't think is important is keeping your frequency high. Now, let me ask you a question. Okay. If all these things that I've showed you, if everything that I've told you about your frequency isn't important, why would they be attacking you? Why would they be attacking you through your hair? Why would they be attacking you through your products if keeping your frequency wasn't the name of the game? Okay. I told you guys what the name of the game is. All right. Everything is about frequency. Mother Earth, when she decides to have her reset, okay, only way she's going to be able to tell you apart from all the rest of the bad people is by your frequency. Okay. She's not going to be looking at people and identifying by the way that they look. She's going to be identifying you by your frequency. Okay. And this is why I've been pushing so hard to get you guys to understand that this has always been about energy. Okay. And they're attacking us through so many different avenues. I just told you they attack you through the food. Now you just heard something for the first time that you might think is a joke. It's not a joke. If you're any of these people that put any of these products in your hair, stop today. Okay. If you're any one of these people who are putting these chemicals up under your arm, stop today. Okay. If your deodorant has more than 3 chemicals in it, you better stop putting it under your arms. If your hair products have more than 3 chemicals in it, then you better stop putting it in your hair. Okay. Because all of these things have an accumulative effect, okay, on your frequency. Okay. Proven fact. All right. And now you see what the name of the game is. Now you will see why there's so much negativity being pushed in our world. You're seeing why there's so much negativity all over the TV, all over the movies. Okay. You see why they feed us the foods that keep us low vibrational so we can continue this low negative energy ways. Everything is about vibration, my people. Okay. And we can start doing this one day at a time. Okay. For all you people out there who are still in the struggle boat, you can start this one day at a time. I encourage you to start this now. I encourage you to go clean out your medicine cabinet for all of these different things that have chemicals in it. I encourage you to stop eating all of this garbage that they promote to us on the daily. Okay. I encourage you, okay, because it's going to matter, bro. Okay, it's going to matter real soon. All right. The sun is getting very hot out there. Okay, it's going to start burning up things with impurities in it. Okay, and this is why I'm getting you guys to detox your body, to cleanse your body. Okay, to do parasite detoxes. Okay, and eat appropriately. Okay, because you're going to need this in the times that are coming to pass. So I appreciate everybody that came up in here. I thank you guys for coming in and chatting with me today. I hope you guys got something out of this stream, bro. I hope you guys are going to still stay serious, man, on your journey and understand that you're going to need this journey, bro. All right, to keep you in line, to keep you focused, bro, on what it is that you have to do. Okay. Don't think this is a game out here. You guys know it's not a game. You see all these different things that are happening out here. You heard all the different things that we talked about. Okay. Those should be setting off red flags in your mind all day long. So you'll be able to go out here, bro, and handle business. I thank you guys again for coming in here, man. I'm going to try to come with you guys next week with some new content. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good rest of the night. I love you guys. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. And I'll talk to you guys on the next ones. Peace, fellas.
You are now listening to Boomtown Beats. You are now listening to Boomtown Beats. You are now listening to Boomtown Beats.